Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for choosing another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak to a beautiful, dope artist by the name of Desiree Dabdoub. So why don't you check out this interview right now? Hey, what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. And I have a special guest. And her name is Desiree Dabdoub.
Oh,
And I'm talking one of the dopest artists that I've heard in quite some time. And her music, eclectic. When you hear her music, you be like, holy shit, this woman is the truth. So anyway, folks, you've already seen her in the screen. So without further ado, Desiree Dabdoub.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.
So how you doing, Desiree?
Doing well, doing well. Just excited to be here talking to you. And
Yes.
it's been a good day so far.
So how you been? What you been up to?
Well, just, recording music, and I recently purchased the Akai. It's the M249, and so I've been learning the details behind that. I don't know if you can see it here. It's right there.
That's dope.
So that's a dope machine right there.
That's a
It's
nice piece of hardware right there.
Really, it is. So I've been getting better and better at that. I'm still learning, and so we'll see what we have down the corner for that.
Well, from what I've been hearing, you've been doing really big things in your music because you sound excellent.
Well, thank you. I've been at this for about 2 years now, as far as coming back to music. It's been 2 years, so I feel like I'm still in the learning stages. So I'm really happy to hear that people are enjoying the music.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a no-brainer, man. As soon as I heard your stuff, I'm like, oh, wow, talented beyond measure. Words can't describe how talented you are,
Thank you.
Desiree.
I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. So when did you realize that music was calling you? You just could
Yes.
not deny it.
I think that maybe I was born and it wasn't too long after birth. They said I was dancing a lot as a little girl. And then when it came to Saturday morning cartoons, I guess I was about 4 or 5 years old. I would go down in the basement and listen to my dad's records instead of watching cartoons. I put he had the big, huge earphones on. So he had all kinds of good music that when there were still 45s and all that. So I would go down there and that would be my Saturday morning. I would sneak down in the basement actually. And then my dad realized what I was doing, but then he kind of understood because my dad's a musician too. My dad made a hit record and played in Chicago. He played Boots Randolph was on some of his music. I don't know if you heard of a saxophone player called Boots Randolph back in the day. So my dad kind of introduced me to music. He was into music, but then he became a minister, so he didn't feel he could mix the two. He said it was secular music and Christian music. I think he would have been big today had he continued on, but he's big in God, so that's wonderful as well. But he gave me a guitar when I was 12 years old, I think, and showed me a couple of chords on the guitar. And so I just took it from there and I started playing guitar and writing music and singing. And that's where it began. So, but as years went on, when I went to high school, when I went to college, I joined everything I could musically. I was in ensemble, show choir, musical theater, everything. I just absolutely loved it. But coming from also the family they want you to do very well in school, which I did, and, do professions that will provide, a way to live and, sustain yourself. So I kind of only did music more as my hobby then. But, once life takes over and you're studying and you're trying to live life, all your time starts going into that. So my time was into that, but I wasn't happy on the inside. I always knew that I want to go back to music or theater or acting or something. So, which I did a little bit of all of it. And it wasn't until a few years ago, like I said, I lived down south and I was working all the time, and people started seeing that I was coming to a place of maybe crashing from working so much, and I just wasn't happy. I found myself feeling depressed, and I had a friend here in um where am I, in Georgia, in Georgia, that said, come here and rest a little bit, and just a good platonic wonderful friend I've had for many years. So I came here, and he had a Kaizen drum in the corner, not being used. No one was using it. I don't know if you've heard of a Kaizen drum, but they're pretty cool. Uh, I've got one over there. I picked it up and I said, maybe I should start fooling around with it. I'm feeling that passion, that still that draw back to music and my first love. So I started fooling around with the Kaizen drum a little bit, and people started listening and said, that sounds really good for someone who's never really played. And so at that point, I just continued. I just kept going with it. And then I got some hand drums and I started playing those. And it's almost like going home. Once you're there, you know it. And I was back at my first love again. And I just haven't stopped since. And it's just been a progression. And Lou is the first stream I'm on. And it's a wonderful, wonderful area to be on. And a lot of nice, kind people I really appreciate. And wonderful music, talented artists. So that's where I am right now. And I met you through Loom.
Yeah, I met you through Loom because I was listening to Loom while I was shaving one day.
Yeah.
And your song came on rotation.
Ah.
I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I do remember I liked it a lot. And I had to say something like, I think I said, well, I'm digging the vibes.
You did.
Yeah. And then I had to gift it too. I had put
you did.
I think I put 200 Loom notes on there.
Oh man, you're great for that. I appreciated you for so much for that.
Yeah, that was amazing. And so
still touches me. If someone really enjoys the music, I want to make them feel something good, bad, and whatever. Hopefully it leans toward positive. Even if you're feeling something, sadness or whatever, you're releasing it. So all of that means a lot. Music is not just here for myself, but it's for everybody, really.
It turns people's frowns upside down. That's what it does for me.
That's wonderful. I meant, I guess maybe if they're sad in a way, maybe they've lost a love, or they're a family member, or just anything that they're feeling, it can make them escape from it for a little bit and just maybe turn their emotions into something that they can handle a little bit better, maybe.
Oh, definitely. The music that you got is really like a spiritual pick-me-up. Somebody can listen to your song and just be taken away spiritually, even meditate on some of your stuff.
Awesome.
I got a term for your music. It's called New Age. I
Okay.
love it. New Age is what my mother used to listen to growing up. And New Age is that stuff that you can listen to and meditate on, and it takes you away from this world and it brings you to a metaphysical place.
Yeah, I mean, I remember listening to some Enya music, as a young woman, and some Enigma, maybe.
Yes,
maybe I'm
telling you that's what it was.
Enigma and Enya, maybe I'm a cross between the two, maybe.
I even remember the lyric names too. I remember the song. It was called Om Namah Shiva.
Ah, what a nice name.
Yes, man.
That rolled off very nicely.
Yes, it did. And I'll tell you, when my mother used to listen to it, it would make the feeling, the spirituals, just a beautiful vibe of the night. I mean, this would be awesome. I loved it.
That's wonderful.
But who was your influence? Who did you look up to growing up?
Well, for one, my dad, of course, being the person who introduced me to music, and him being a fine musician himself. Like I said, as a little girl, there's a picture of me in a little white dress, and my dad's in the band, and you see me standing there pointing. And then they said I love to dance, in front of the band. And I never stopped dancing, really. But he being the one that would say, come here, Desi. My nickname is Desi. from my dad or Des, and say, I want you to hear this song today. It might be something from the Bee Gees or something I've never heard. And I could see him get emotional when he's sharing it with me, and it would make me a little emotional, but we had that common bond of music, and it was a beautiful thing. And he would say, hear this song today. And it always stuck in my mind. And every time he let me hear a song, it was a little bit different. It had to be clean though, being my dad was a minister, but none of the music was really not clean, really, except for we got to pick out one record when I was growing up. And for some reason, I picked Casey and the Sunshine Band, Shake Your Booty. I got to bring it home and everything. And then, of course, that wasn't considered to be clean lyrics. But now when I look back on it, it's kind of a humorous story that I picked that. But that's just, I was a little girl, it's just who I was. I always liked something a little different. For me, that was different at that time of my life because I wasn't able to listen to anything that was too secular. So of course, I'm a little girl, and that's the one I picked out, Shake Your Booty. But, but, but that's one of my influences. My grandfather, he's deceased, but he always, when I would come to visit, he would always say, Desi, come here. I want you to hear this music. I want you to sing. He'll have his little Casio when those were popular. And he'd have me sing, and he'd say, project your voice a little bit more. Stand up straight, project your voice, different things. And it was a little intimidating, but then I got through it. But it really helped me. He's a compassionate, kind, generous man. And I really appreciate having him as someone who believed in me, because we always have to have someone in our life, hopefully, that at least believes in us, even against everyone else who might not believe in you or say that you can't do it. We need people in our life that say we can. And he was one of those people who said, I can. And my grandmother, too. Beautiful woman. She always believed in me. And I just wish they were still alive so I could share with them what I'm doing today. They would be so happy and so proud. And maybe they are hearing me. I don't know. But this is for them too.
Music transcends the heavens, man.
Yes.
Music goes way out into the hemispheres
It
and it comes way back. I'm telling you, man. Yes, they are hearing your music loud and clear, and they are smiling down on you. And they are so proud that you have found your voice, literally.
Thank you. Another person that's out there in the scene or whatever, Tori Amos. I really love her music. She was, I guess, probably a child prodigy or something. Tori Amos, I don't know if you've heard of her, but her music is unique. It's definitely unique. And I love her voice and the fact that she plays piano so beautifully, and just her voice is so unique. I just love her. I love the words. That's another person I admire. And then lastly is Sting.
I like Sting. Sting from the Police?
Yes.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Fascination with him and his music for so long. Even being an English teacher, he was once an English teacher. So, of course, his words are poetic and profound and deep. And one time I had to go see him in concert. He was playing somewhere in the town I lived in, and I decided to go see him. Well, we locked eyes. He went off stage after performing, and he was coming back out, and he had a towel around his neck, and we kind of like locked eyes for just a moment. Everyone around me had their hands up, trying to get. I wasn't. I didn't do that. I guess I was just in shock, so I was just standing there. But we locked eyes, and he handed me his towel, and I got his towel and everything. So one day I would love to play with him some music, you know.
And I bet you want to say, and someday you'll be wrapped around my finger.
That's good. That's good.
When you're not making music, what are you doing?
Oh, Lord, let's see. I am hanging out with friends sometimes. My little puppy that's underneath me right here, just doing things with her. She's my baby. Maybe trying to work on projects, you know, in and out of working on projects. That's still music. But I also like acting and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm going to audition for something. I guess I didn't talk about that part of me, but yeah, I'm also an actress, so I might go and audition. I love to dance, so I might be practicing some dance at home or some kind of choreography or something like that.
Did you get any roles as an actress? Do you have anything on TV or in the movies?
I've been mostly in musical theater, so it's not a lot of TV roles with that, but I'm open to that as well. I did audition for Runaway Jury, but I have a part in there, but you just see me. It's nothing, no speaking role or anything like that.
All you got to do is show me what section that was. Was it like 2 minutes and 38, 2 hours? And
I was sitting up in the jury for about 2 minutes, maybe. Oh, I forgot about something. I did help. I co-wrote and sang for a short film. I forgot all about that.
is that on YouTube?
It should be somewhere. Yes, I need to gather up and collect it. I was looking for it today, and I didn't have time to finish looking. But yeah, I co-wrote the music, the composition for it, and then they had me singing in it. So you see my name in the credits.
It only makes sense because your music is like, whoa. You could write a whole screenplay and they could use all your music as the music in the movie.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
very nice. That would be amazing. I would love to do that.
Yeah, you could write a whole. You probably could score a whole movie using all your music
Wow.
because you play every instrument, like all the sounds
Yeah.
are yours. Like they come from you.
Yes. And I also play them raw as well. That's separate sometimes from the MIDI recordings. But like I could play guitar. I've got one back over here, and hand drums and all that kind of stuff too.
Hey, Desiree, you have that song that I like called Wobbly Womp LOL.
The reason I put the LOL when I was playing and creating the song, I kept hearing this wobbly womp sound in my head, and then I kept creating, and then when I listened to the song in the end, I was like, wait a moment, it really does sound like a wobbly womp. And you have to hear it to understand what I mean. And so that's why I put wobbly womp and then put the LOL at the end, because to me I was kind of laughing at it, but I was thinking, wow, it really fits. And so that's how the name came about.
Well, let's check this out. This is
Okay.
Wobbly Womp LOL. Now, by the way, I'm not going to play the whole song, folks. So if you want to hear the whole song, you got to go download the Loom app. Type in Desiree Dabdoub. That's DESIREE
That's right.
Desiree Dabdoub. And she'll pop up. But on Loom, she's Desiree Dabdoub, a.k.a. Thundercat.
Yes.
Yeah, and then that's who she's going to come up as. And then you can, too, listen to the song that I'm going to play a snippet of called Wobbly Womp LOL. Here it is. Wobbly Womp LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right.
See, doesn't that sound like a wobbly womp?
Yeah. I think you should make my next jingle.
Yes. Get a little beat and dance.
Ooh, I like this. I can hear this in a movie. In the credits.
Yeah, maybe some kind of unusual scene.
Yeah. How you make this song? Come on, fellas, ladies. This is Desiree Dabdoub, y'all. Ooh, yeah. You got all those sounds in there?
Bum, bum, bum.
Now you guys know what you got to do, right? If you want to hear the rest of the song, you got to go to loom.fm. Type in Desiree Dabdoub, a.k.a. Thundercat. All right. That's it, folks. You want to go hear the rest of that, you got to go to Loom yourself. Loom.fm, or download the apps either on your Android or your iPhone, and you can check out Desiree Dabdoub on your own time. And she's got so many songs on this platform that when you check them out and you press play, you're going to be taken aback to another universe, because her music takes you to space like you could be on the space station. That's how dope her music is.
Thank you. Sweet.
Yeah, you're welcome, Desiree. And I think I would like to know, I want to ask, can you tell us about some of your experiences since you've been doing music?
Okay. Um, what experiences, like I said, co-writing with a person for a short film, going in the studio to do that, making some vocalizations and all, just kind of seeing how that process works, and then hearing it at the end, and then watching it on screen, and then seeing your name at the end was amazing. But just the whole process itself was amazing.
Oh,
Also,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
yeah, yeah. And I'd love to do some more of that in the future if I'm able, and I'm going to be able. So,
You keep doing what you're doing, man. They're going to have you playing on a lot of spots.
well, I appreciate that. I'm very open. I'm very flexible. You might think you completely understand and know my music, but then I might come around behind you and throw in something else. So just always be watching.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to hearing what you come up with because all your stuff is eclectic. I like to consider myself an eclectic person as well. I like to consider myself as a person that likes different type of music.
Yeah,
And I can dig the vibes on country. I could
yeah,
dig the vibes on rock and roll. And
yes,
I could dig the vibes on electronic music.
yes.
But your music is more than that. Your music is a mixture of everything. Like
Mhm.
all the genres that I've heard in my life growing up, you've taken the best parts of every genre and you've
Oh,
made it your own.
yeah. It's hard to define one genre, and I do like all the genres, and I am eclectic, and so I'm glad to hear that because I think music is creative and organic, and you can kind of come up and put things together and make it sound as one, and that's part of life, and bringing in all the various types of people, and we all become one and love each other. That's what's important, and my music comes together with various sources and ideas and feelings, and just the love of sound, and then putting it together, and it means a lot.
I think I'm going to call your sound the dab doob of music. Yeah, because you know what? When I say the dab doob, that like I'm going to tell people, did you dab doob that? Is that a dab doob? I'm telling you, man, that is going to be a new
That's cool.
genre of music, the dab
That's
doob.
cool.
I'm
That's
going
cool.
to put that out there too. I'm going to go out there and say, hey, everyone, let's call this style of music the dab doob of
I like
music.
it. I like it. I like it.
Now you have your own namesake of your genre. Yo,
You're
they're
like
going to
that.
say, hey, what kind of music is this? Oh, this is the dab doob.
All right. All
And it's not
right.
even going to be, it's not a fad. It's not a temporary thing. This is
Mm.
a permanent fixture in the music industry, the
Good.
dab doob.
Right. Right. I like that. It's cute.
Do you have any advice for people that, maybe have left the music
Yeah.
and want to come back and just don't
Mhm.
know how to start? What advice would you give them?
Well, I mean, if music is in your blood, it's not going anywhere because the blood's always there in your body. That sounds weird, but that's true. You will always come back to what it is that's your heart and your passion. And don't listen to what people tell you that, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're not good enough, or you can't make a living at doing that. And like, that's just a passing phase or something. No, go for your dreams. It doesn't matter who you are. If you got that passion, just go and meet your passions where they belong. And you can just try. There's good sites like Loom where that's great for independent artists, and just start streaming your music and see where it goes from there. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel like you need to stand in the background. Come on up and do what you do for, because we're all waiting to hear it. So,
Do you have any burning desires?
ooh, burning desires. I think to get my music out more to the masses, and the opportunities around the corner, I'm so willing and open and just flexible to do. And getting on stage with some artists, or playing and collaborating with other artists, and I would really love that. And those everything music is my burning desire. So, or film and music are my two things. So,
Well, America, it is I, MC Andrew Love, and we are in Let's Chat and Jam but you know where we are. This lady I'm speaking with right now is Desiree Dabdoub, one dope and talented individual artist I've ever heard. She's
Thank
got so many different sounds coming out of her body. It's like
you.
she can make a
Yeah.
sound with any instrument she chooses to touch. She's only been in the business again for 2 years, and yet she's accomplished and amassed so much in such a little time. What I'm telling you, folks, is in 5 years from now, Desiree Dabdoub will be a household name. I guarantee it. And the reason why I say this, folks, and I can say it with a lot of certainty, is Desiree Dabdoub does not give up. She's very consistent and persistent. She doesn't stop and she won't quit. And she's not going to take no for an answer.
Nope.
So Desiree Dabdoub is just going to play until her heart's content. And all you got to do is just tap in to what's going on and what's happening. And that's the Dabdoub. She's coming out here and she's going to put her name on music. That's what's going to happen. Desiree Dabdoub is coming to you and she's coming fast. So you better get ready and you better be prepared because Desiree Dabdoub, she ain't playing no games, folks. It's her life. This is what she loves. This is her passion. This is what she breathes. You must believe that. And she has earned your respect. So must press play. So go to loom.fm and download that app or go to Loom on the Android or the iPhone store and download the app and check out Desiree Dabdoub because when you do, you're going to be glad you did. I'm telling you, folks.
Thank you. And thank you, MC Andrew Love. You're amazing. And I appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah. And it's been a win-win-win situation for you.
Yeah, we had a time.
It's been a win for you. You got to come out, tell your story. It's been a win for the fans. They got to hear you tell your story and check out your songs. And it's been a win for me because I get to talk to an awesome artist and in front of these dope fans who I respect very much. And so it's been a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Sure has. And that's how I like it.
And so I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned into this on YouTube, that's checked this out on Spreaker, as well as over there on IGTV. I want to say thank you guys for pressing play and tapping in, because without you guys, there would be nobody like Desiree Dabdoub. And without a Desiree Dabdoub, there'd be no MC Andrew Love. So I had to say thank you to everybody. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You guys rock. Thank you for coming in, Desiree. I appreciate you coming in. This has really been
my pleasure as well.
Yeah, it's been a dope conversation, man. You are an awesome person. And I pray that you get everything you ever wanted out of life. I pray that God opens the floodgates of blessings for you. And I pray that you achieve everything you set out to do.
Thank you.
Without exception.
Thank you, God, Jesus, too.
Yes. And what that means is that we ran out of time.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'm glad that you came in. I really am. And I'm glad that you came through because your company meant a lot to me. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you. And you're just amazing, too.
Yes. So you stay safe, Desiree.
Yes.
And everybody else out there, stay safe.
Yes.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands. And social distance.
Yes.
And peace out, folks.
Peace out. See you later. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. And also tap that notification bell right there so that way you won't miss an episode of a Conversation With series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.